Today we're going to show you how to replace the drum rollers on a Maytag Neptune dryer. First, you got to remove the plug from the thing so that it doesn't electrocute you or anything. So let's get started. The overall assembly is really easy. So easy, even an adult can do it. The first two screws are in the back. The next step is that you have to lift and yank it back, and then you should be exposed to the inside of the dryer. Next step, we're going to remove these two screws to show the circuit board. Once you take out the screws, just slide the circuit box out. Gently set it right here. Then after you do that, pull out these little circuits right here. Once you get these two off, we're going to slide this out of the way, and then we're going to take off these 4 screws on the front. As mentioned, we're going to take these 4 screws off. And then you should be able to take off the front panel. So you're going to want to take this panel thing off. And then you want to carefully take the cords out. Next, we're going to continue taking the front panel off by removing these 4 screws on the top and then these 2 screws by the filter. I'm going to take the bottom 2 off and then close the door. And then we're going to continue removing these ones on top. Next, we're going to remove this panel and take out this thing right here. Just difficult for my tiny baby arms. Okay, there we go. Then you want to lean this back pretty far and lift it up. And then we'll just lean it back on the dishwasher. Previously, I called this a dishwasher. It's not a washer of dishes. It's actually a dryer of clothes. So, it's a dryer. I'm sorry about that. But anyways, next we're going to be removing this brace by taking off this grounding wire and then these 2 screws right here. Once you're done removing the screws, we're going to be taking this brace off, and watch out on the inside. There are some sharp edges you might cut yourself on, so you just want to lift this up. It's pretty easy. Next, you're going to want to remove this connection here. Pull these wires out. And then take this whole metal box of the electronics and gently set it aside over here so that nothing breaks or anything like that. Next, we're going to be removing the blower vent by taking out these 3 screws right here. Could actually move this down here. Next, you're going to be taking this out and just wiggle it until you set it free, and then you should be able to take it. Oh, okay. Then you should be able to just take it out and set it down wherever you want. Next, we're going to be taking off the front assembly by removing this connection right here, and then taking out these 4 screws. Alright, so when you're done removing the screws, you'll notice that the tabs, it still stays in because of the tabs that are pretty much everywhere in this dryer. So what you want to do is you want to lift it up, which is pretty easy, and then you just want to, you want to lift it up and pull it out. And then you can just place it down right here. And once you take this off, you can see the first 2 wheels that we're going to be replacing. Next, we're going to be pulling out the heater so that we can remove this big old drum right here. The heater only has 1 screw on it, which is pretty easy to get out. And then, once you take that screw out, you do want to remove this heater pretty carefully so that you don't damage any of the screws down here. There are also some more sharp parts in this heater, so don't touch any of those on accident. It's actually a lot bigger than I thought. Next, we're going to be removing this belt right here from the drum by following this diagram here. Here is the drum, and this is the belt, which is held together by a spring-loaded idler. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to reach under the belt, and right directly under the belt, the spring-loaded idler should be there, and you're just going to want to lift that up, and then use your thumb to slip off the belt. Okay, so you're going to want to reach under the drum. The idler should be right here. And then you're just going to want to lift that up and use your thumb to take the belt off. Next, we're going to carefully take this drum out, and like this, you want to slide this forward, and then start sliding the belt back. Now we have the belt out, so we should easily be able to take our big old drum out of the dryer. Once you got your drum out, you might want to examine the felt right here around it, because if your wheels are broken, it might be damaging the felt as well, so it might be a good time to replace it if it's damaged. It also may be a good time to replace your belt too, as it might be damaged as well. Here are the next set of rollers we're going to replace, but before we do, we're going to need to remove this back panel. To remove the back drum support, you're going to want to remove these 7 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Once you're done with this last screw, you're going to be able to remove the back panel here, which is pretty heavy, so. And then you can just set it aside. Now that we've gotten all this out, we can change our full rollers, our drum felt, we can change the idler pulley, and we can also change our belt. #belt. Now that I got the drum out, I can better describe how to lift this thing up and remove the belt. Now the belt's not on it right now, but you'll probably understand. You gotta lift this up pretty high, up to here, and then you can just use your thumb and take the belt off if when it's still on there. And that is how to disassemble a Maytag Neptune dryer. Thank you for watching.